Last year, South Korea's most famous mukbang YouTuber Tzuyang has revealed a really shocking truth about her life, that she had been continuously abused and extorted by her ex-boyfriend. And that was really a devastating time for her. She endured everything without saying anything to anyone. And I was a fan of Tzuyang for a long time, and when I found this shocking news about her, I got really very shocked. And I didn't know that what to say and what to think about that. She had revealed everything in her life. Last year she did a really sudden live, and I got really very scared that something is not right, because Tzuyang never uploaded a video or did a live at such a random time. So at that time I got really very scared. So she did a live, and on that live she revealed this shocking truth. And when I tried to find out more about the previous videos, and I found some clues that in some of the previous videos her hands were completely bruised, injured, but nobody paid attention at that time. And when this devastating thing revealed by Tzuyang herself on her live, everybody tried to find out the truth, and when they look back on those videos, it just broke everybody's heart who loves Tzuyang for her content, and she is such a kind human being. I know that because I am following her for a long time, and now I got a news that is really very relieving. And let me tell you, on that live she also revealed that she was continuously blackmailed or extorted by a group of 4 YouTubers who used to make videos about celebrities. So those YouTubers had extorted 55 million Korean won in February 2023. And now this is a really very good news, or a relieving news, that they have been served right. All of them are found guilty. This is such a relief for Tzuyang and for her fans. Those YouTubers called cyber wreckers who were threatening her by exposing her private life to her family. They have extorted over 55 million Korean won from Tzuyang in February 2023. Now all of the 4 cyber wrecker YouTubers have been found guilty in blackmailing, extortion and aiding extortion. One of them is Lee Juni, sentenced to 3 years of imprisonment. Jungkook Jin and Lee Se-wook got 1 year of imprisonment, 3 years of probation, 240 hours of community service. Cho Il-hwan got 5 million won fine and 2 years of imprisonment. We know that how much she struggled, but she couldn't tell anything to anyone. She was struggling by herself, even though she has such a big family of subscribers and her own family and friend, because at that time she couldn't understand the situation, and she didn't understand that how to handle all of this. Due to her situation, she was dealing with severe mental health issues. And now when you look at her videos, it is really very good to see that she is now doing well. She has taken lot of counseling from psychologists, psychiatrists, and it felt like she is trying to move on. When I got this news about Tzuyang, I got really happy as a subscriber, or I just love her, and I just love her content because she is really very kind, humble person, and she has such a beautiful heart that she has done lot of good things for others. It was really very heartbreaking to know this, that Tzuyang was suffering by herself all the time, and we couldn't understand anything. So as her subscriber, or as a human being, I felt really guilty thinking about that. Last year I also made a video about Tzuyang's condition, and I got a really good reaction from the audience. That is why I am making this video, so that I can explain, or I can express the happiness that I am feeling right now, that Tzuyang has won. And now she is looking really happy, and she is trying to move on, forgetting all the traumatizing past of her life. Tzuyang's case was such a brutal and shocking case that had never happened with a creator with large number of following like Tzuyang. She dealt alone with that kind of traumatic situation without telling anything to anyone, because at that time she thought that it is better to stay silent than telling about that to her family, police or other people, because she knew that anything could be happened to her or to her family. This is really very traumatic to think about Tzuyang's condition at that time. She was continuously making videos, but the videos she was making at that time was under the control of her ex-boyfriend, who pretended to be her manager. I think it would be felt like making something at the gunpoint. Try to think about Tzuyang's situation, that how much she has suffered from that kind of traumatic situation. Not a single subscriber was aware of that thing, that she was completely abused and extorted by her ex-boyfriend. We were just enjoying her content without getting any kind of suspicion. I know that this is really very hard for Tzuyang to move out and forget about all that traumatic past, but now she is doing well, and it is completely reflected from her personality that she is enjoying life better than previous, because all that trauma and suffering was in her head, and she was not able to express herself freely. But now if you watch her video, you will feel that she is quite calm and she is enjoying her content very much. There is a big smile on Tzuyang's face, and the freeness of her mind can be felt through the screen. This whole case of Tzuyang is an example. Whatever you're seeing on the screen is just limited to the screen, because you know the backstory of that person. Just like Tzuyang was making her content, her pure content about mukbang, but we never expected that this kind of horrible truth about Tzuyang's life would come in front of our eyes. And so at that time, that news was a really very shocking and groundbreaking news for everyone. All the 10 million subscribers of Tzuyang were completely supporting Tzuyang, but there were people who were continuously blaming Tzuyang for exposing this kind of truth after such a long time. They didn't even try to understand the situation of Tzuyang, like what she was dealing with. They were saying that why she stayed quiet all the time. This is not a good thing to blame someone in such a situation. Instead, you should support Tzuyang, because she had suffered from all that traumatic experience. I hope that this kind of situation would never ever happen to any kind of person, a creator, because anything could be happened. In my opinion, if you are suffering with something, you should try to share everything with your family, so you won't get in any trouble, because our family or friends are the big supporter in this kind of situation. If you open your heart in front of them, they would try to understand you. In the end, I want to say that I am really very relieved and happy that Tzuyang has won against those 4 YouTubers, and now she is living her life fully, and she is enjoying her journey as a creator, and she is trying to make a good relation with her subscriber. So this is a really very good thing, and this is important more than anything else. You can tell me what do you think about Tzuyang's case in the comment section, and I will try to read all the comments.